Around 2009 and 2010, we were given a color toy line of Sonic plushes, replacing Toy Network's role for amusement park Sonic plushes, and giving us a nice set of plushes that have improved in every way from the Toy Network plushes. Now, as good as these plushes are, they only had a 2-year run, to which after these 2 waves of plushes, they stopped. Then Namco would take their place. Now, when a company loses the license for Sonic, they usually never make anything afterwards. I mean, sure, Tomy has been making those Mochi head plushes, but do you ever see Jazzwares or Toy Island or Toy Network make anything after they lost the license? So that's why I was surprised to hear that Kelly Toy came back and made these Sonic Squishmallows. In 2023, Kelly Toy collabed with Sega to make Sonic characters for the Squishmallow line. And for the people who don't know, Squishmallows are a line of plushes based off animals, food, and licensed characters. I mean, I would know personally since my sister has a problem. At the time of making this video, they've only made Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow and no one else. So maybe in the future we'll get an Eggman, Amy, or even Silver and Blaze. But for today's video, I'm just gonna look at the 4 they made and see if they're really good. So with that said, let's start. Okay, let me get one thing clear. These are heavily stylized if you couldn't tell already, so I'm not going to review these on how accurate they are, but how good they show the character's design traits in a good way. And why not start off with the one who doesn't chuckle, Knuckles. Now I'm going to get this out of the way and say the eyes on the plushes are not the greatest. I know it's a design choice for almost all Squishmallows, but I do think these would have benefited from shines in the eyes, to make it less, I guess soulless is the word. Like here, look at this mock-up I made. Though I do want to make it clear, these plushes are fine as they are. Just saying this little change in the design would have helped this plush in my opinion. Now I actually lied since I do want to look at the box first, since I feel this is the most important part of any Sonic plush set. I mean, the box is probably the first thing you see when you look at these. The box is a long rectangle, so you can just barely fit the whole set in it. On the front there's the Squishmallow logo along with this 2D art of the plush, with the background showing various Squishmallows they've made. Then to the right there's the Sonic the Hedgehog logo. On both sides they feature 2D art of all the characters that look great. On the bottom it shows the Kelly Toy logo along with the information about... wait. What? So after research, Jazzwares actually acquired Kelly Toy in 2020. So technically these are Jazzwares Sonic plushes. And if they technically are, they've improved from the plushes they made a decade prior. Back to the box, I do think it's decent, though I do think Jack's boxes are better. Okay, now let's talk about Knuckles. First off, the shape of the plush is very good. It's stuffed well with no indents or lumps in the shape. The stitching in the face is really well done, and all the details are here and look great. Though I guess he's missing his eyebrows, though that is expected. This plush has all his dreadlocks, giving this plush more depth, though they're not detached from the plush. Instead, they're attached to the body, which is, now that I'm thinking about it, a good choice. Going down to the body, or I guess just going down, the crescent moon shape looks very good. And his tail is interesting. It's not jagged like normal, with it now being curved. And instead of it going straight out, it just goes down. But despite that, this is a great plush and it's high quality. Before we move on, let's look at the tag. It's connected to the plush by a plastic ring, and the tag itself is similar to the box, with it having the Squishmallow and Sonic logo, and a piece of Knuckles art. And then when we open it, we can get a better look at the art. And that's it for Knuckles, overall pretty good. The next plush we have is Sonic. Now the first thing you might notice is this plush is slightly smaller than the rest. And that's because, like most Squishmallows, these come in different sizes. As far as I can tell, it goes 6.5 inches, to 8 inches, then 10 inches, then 14 inches. Though I do want to say I'm not 100% sure if this is right, but my Sonic is the 6.5 inch version, and the rest are 8 inches. The plush has some lumps, which is alright since I don't really expect these to be perfect. The stitching once again looks very good and high quality, though I did notice the stomach didn't have the outer stitching, so now I can't look at this without noticing. The ears, like most Sonic plushes, aren't stuffed, and I would say that's fine, but it causes this plush's ears to go backwards. But the outer stitching is good, so I guess that's great. Turning the plush around, the head spikes are decent. They are understuffed, especially the middle one, although the tail is nicely stuffed. Now that the plush is done, let's look at the tag. There's a Sonic art in the middle, and then there's a better look of it inside. As a whole, this plush is good, but it does have its flaws. The second to last plush we have is Tails, and of course it's my favorite. Straight off the bat, it's the most detailed. Something I failed to mention is the fabric these plushes use. It's very high quality. It's nice and soft and would make a good pillow. Well, isn't that what Squishmallows are? No, seriously, I'm asking. Once again, the outer stitching is phenomenal, and plays a main part in these looking good. This plush is also special, because it has a different mouth. That's cool. Tails' bangs are nice soft cut pieces of fabric that are stitched to the plush. The ears look very good with them having inner details. Moving down to chest fur also looks very good. Now the big and main part of this plush is its tails, and I'm surprised they're on here. I honestly thought they would just be shunned with stitching, but no, they made them plush. Each tail goes to the side with it being stitched to the plush. You can easily cut it, but why would you do that? The tails themselves look amazing. Although like Sonic's head spikes, the tails are understuffed. But despite that, this and the others are phenomenal. The tag is... it's bent, and once again the art is back and looks great. Overall, amazing. The last plush we have is Shadow, and this is actually the only plush in the set I don't have. In hindsight, I should have waited till I had the full set. Oh well, once again the stitching and details look great. He has all the red highlights, and the head spikes and outer eyes. Now, okay, I'm sorry, but there's really not much to say about this plush. It's really just like Sonic with some differences, but this plush is still good, don't get me wrong. It's just really like the Sonic plush. Like I said earlier, they've only made 4 plushes, and it would be cool if we got more of the Sonic characters, but for what we have now, I'm not complaining, and it's cool Kelly Toy came back, or I guess Jazzwares.